Bageshwar Dham Sarkar, life story script. What if I told you a young boy from a small village would become the voice of millions? Do you know what he does every single day that gives hope to broken hearts? Why do thousands of people travel hundreds of miles just to see him? What happened in his childhood that made him choose this path? Can you imagine carrying the weight of a 400-year-old temple at just 23 years old? What was the one moment when he realized his calling was bigger than himself? Do you know what his family taught him that changed everything? What if I told you his power comes from something you already have inside you? But something happened, something that made him different from everyone else. Do you know what it was? Stay with me because you're about to find out everything. His real name is Dhirendra Krishna Shastri. He was born on July 4th, 1996 in a tiny village called Gada in Madhya Pradesh, India. Imagine a place where most homes are simple, where life moves slowly, where the loudest sound is the temple bell in the morning. This was his world. His family was different, very different. His grandfather was Pandit Bhagwan Das Maharaj. His father is Pandit Ram Kripal Garg. For 400 years, his family served one temple, Bageshwar Dham. Generation after generation, the tradition passed from father to son like a sacred river flowing through time. Little Dhirendra grew up inside temple walls. While other children played games, he learned Sanskrit. While they watched cartoons, he memorized ancient texts. He woke up at 4 a.m. every single day. Can you imagine? A small boy, still sleepy, sitting in front of holy books when the world was dark and quiet. His grandmother told him stories. Stories about Lord Hanuman, stories about devotion, stories about miracles. And something happened inside his heart. A fire started burning. Not the fire that destroys, the fire that gives light. But life was not easy. You see, his family had no money. The temple needed repairs. The roof leaked when it rained. Sometimes there was barely enough food. People respected them, yes, but respect does not fill empty stomachs. His father worried every single day. Young Dhirendra saw his father's tired eyes. He saw his mother's prayers, and he made a promise to himself, a promise that would change everything. He studied day and night. He learned the Vedas. He learned astrology. He learned the art of Katha, the ancient way of telling spiritual stories. His teachers were amazed. This boy understood things that took others 20 years to learn. But here's the thing, knowledge was not enough. India has thousands of pandits, thousands of scholars. What made him different? At the age of 23, something happened. His grandfather passed away. The responsibility of Bageshwar Dham fell on his young shoulders. Imagine that weight. A 400-year-old tradition, thousands of devotees, all looking at one young man. Many people doubted him. They whispered. They said he was too young, too inexperienced. How could he fill his grandfather's shoes? Some senior priests were angry. Some families stopped coming to the temple. Would you have quit? Many would have. But Dhirendra did something different. He started something called Divya Darbar, a spiritual court. He would sit and people would come with their problems. Broken marriages, sick children, lost hope, failed businesses, depression, anxiety, fear. And then something extraordinary started happening. He would look at people and tell them things about their lives, things nobody else knew. Their secrets, their pain, their past. How did he know? People were shocked. Some called it divine power. Some called it intuition. Some called it magic. But this is where it gets interesting. He did not just tell them their problems, he gave them solutions, simple prayers, small rituals, acts of devotion, and people started getting results. Word spread like wildfire, first in his village, then nearby towns, then cities, then states, then the whole country. His videos appeared on YouTube. Millions watched, millions shared, millions commented. People who never believed in miracles started believing. People who lost faith started praying again. But here's what most people don't know. With fame came attacks, big attacks. Critics said he was fake. They said he staged everything. They challenged him on television. They wrote articles against him. They created controversy. Can you imagine reading hateful comments about yourself every single day? Can you imagine people questioning your truth, your faith, your family tradition? There was one moment, one dark moment, when the criticism was too much, when legal notices came, when media created stories. He sat in his temple alone. He wondered if he should stop, if he should go back to being a simple priest, if he should protect himself from this storm. But then he remembered something, his grandmother's words. She once told him, "When you speak the truth, the whole universe will test you, but if you stand firm, the same universe will support you." He made a choice. He kept going. He faced every critic. He answered every question. He did not hide. He did not change. He stayed true to his path. And you know what happened? More people came. More support arrived. People defended him. People stood with him because they saw something real. They felt something genuine. Today, Bageshwar Dham receives thousands of visitors every single day. Not just from India, from around the world, America, Canada, Australia, Europe, people of all religions, all castes, all backgrounds. He built schools. He built hospitals. He feeds thousands of people every day for free. The temple that once had a leaking roof now serves humanity in ways his grandfather only dreamed about. But listen to this carefully. His real power is not in predictions. His real power is in devotion. He teaches one simple thing: surrender to Lord Hanuman, serve people, be honest, work hard, and watch miracles happen. You see, what he really did was make spirituality simple. No complex rituals, no expensive ceremonies, just pure faith, just honest prayers, just genuine devotion. And here's how you can do it too in your life. You don't need to go to Bageshwar Dham. You don't need special powers. You need faith. Faith in something bigger than yourself. Faith in goodness. Faith in hard work. The second lesson from his life is face your critics. Don't run. Don't hide. If you are doing the right thing, stand firm. The storm will pass. The truth will shine. He faced national television debates. He faced legal challenges. He faced social media hate. But he never stopped. And today, those same critics are silent. The third thing most people miss about his story is he never forgot where he came from. He still wakes up at 4 a.m. He still does his prayers. He still serves in the temple. Fame did not change his routine. Money did not change his heart. Success did not change his devotion. That's the real miracle. Staying humble when the world celebrates you. If this story is touching your heart and making you think, that's exactly what we want. You're watching because you want to learn from real people who achieved amazing things. Thank you for giving your time to this story. If you loved learning from his journey, subscribe right now for more stories like this. These stories change lives and improve your English at the same time. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next incredible story. Today, Dhirendra Krishna Shastri is not just a priest, he is a movement. Young people follow him, old people bless him, broken people find hope through him.
And it all started with a small boy who woke up at 4 a.m. in a village nobody knew about. His critics say he is controversial. His followers say he is divine. But the truth? The truth is simpler. He is a man who believed in his tradition, who worked when others slept, who stood when others ran, who chose faith over fear. Remember at the start, I asked you those questions? What does he do every single day that gives hope to broken hearts? Now you know. He serves, he listens, he cares, he believes. What was the moment that made him different? When he chose to continue despite the criticism. When he chose truth over comfort. Here's the final truth from his life.
Your background does not decide your future. A boy from a small village reached millions of hearts. Your critics do not define your worth. People who attacked him could not stop him. Your devotion, your dedication, your discipline, these create your destiny. He had nothing but faith. He had nothing but tradition. He had nothing but hard work. And look what happened. So here's my question to you now. What are you devoted to? What are you willing to wake up for at 4 a.m.? What truth are you willing to stand for when everyone doubts you? Dhirendra Krishna Shastri started with a leaking temple and a big dream. Today, he serves thousands. Your story is also waiting. What will you do today? Thanks for watching. See you in the next story.